15 minutes past 9. We're going to revert back to the old technology with high-tech talk with Paul Brislen this morning. Let's give this another go. Good morning, Paul.
Oh, it'll never catch on, this technology thing, will it?
No, indeed. Not if it keeps on doing stuff like that.
No. Well, I'm talking to you now on a bean can on a string, so with any luck, that's pretty much doubly redundant there, so it'll be fine.
Let's pretend we didn't just talk about what we were talking about and sort of reintroduce the fact that the iPhone 4S launched in New Zealand last night. People were queuing up. I'm a little bit I'm a bit sceptical about the whole thing, why there's so much hype when it's not a flash new device. You know, it is just an iteration of what's been before. That's no evolution. Why so exciting?
Well, the most exciting bit is this new personal assistant that they've got, this thing called Siri. Steve Jobs bought a company called Siri for $200 million. And it's more than just voice recognition. So you can say things like make an appointment to beat my Wi-Fi router with a stick on Tuesday at 9 a.m. And it'll put that in your diary for you. Yeah. But also you can it's a direct attack on Google's search engine dominance, because now you just say to your phone, "Where's the nearest pizza restaurant?" and it'll tell you. Or you say, "How old is Tom Jones?" is one I saw online, and it just gives you his age, date of birth, link to his website, the whole lot.
Well, you can say, "Talk dirty to me," and it'll talk about
exactly.
What's the top layer of soil, or anyway?
That's right. He's apparently got quite a good sense of humour.
Yes,
which I quite like. And this is really quite a phenomenal piece of kit. Entertainingly, you can now also get a similar thing called Iris, which is Siri spelled backwards, on your Android phone. The eager beaver engineers at Google reverse engineered Siri. Apparently, as soon as the iPhone 4S was released in the US, they got to work on it, and 8 hours later, they had reverse engineered it. But we're talking some extreme programming going on there.
But here's the thing:
Red Bull was killed in the making of that.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, but here's the thing with voice recognition: no one's going to be talking to their phone unless they are completely alone and no one is within earshot, right? No one's doing this.
I have to say, I have seen people talking to their phone. I'm doing it at the moment.
Well, you know what I mean.
It is quite a strange concept that you have to talk to your smartphone. Yeah. But talking to phones is what people have been doing for hundreds of years.
But I mean, really, are people going to be walking down the road, "Siri, listen to me. I want to know where to go." You know, I just don't think I think it's a gimmick. I just think people might try it out when they first get the phone, and then they'll never use it.
And they'll never use it again. That is the risk. And I think perhaps it's a kind of technology which is going to be better placed in other devices. And there's all this talk about Apple getting into the television market and really scaring the pants off the TV makers by producing something. Now, if it had Siri built into it, you're talking about voice control for a television set, which could be a bit of a bun fight in my family. But there's a wealth of capability beyond the mobile phone, and I think that's always been Apple's intention.
Yeah, but it's all about convenience, isn't it? I mean, because you've got voice recognition with Kinect for the Xbox, and that's currently there now. I don't use it because it's much easier just to have the control in your hand. It's so much faster.
That's very true, but and it doesn't work terribly well in New Zealand, from what I've heard. I've never tried it. The gesture control alone is worth its weight in gold for me. And as soon as they get the Kinect set up with my TV channels, so that I can sort of do the iPhone swipe across the screen and have the channel change or mute and all of that kind of thing, I'll be quite happy.
It still feels unnatural to yell out "Channel 2." You know what? It's just so much easier to push.
I shout at my TV all the time.
Well, yeah, especially during the news.
Special.
Yeah.
But no, it is. It's a bit strange, and it's either something that we'll embrace and will become second place within minutes, or people would just go, "Oh, that's a bit weird. No thanks." And as you say, they'll try it out and then just never use it again. Yeah. But it's good to see them trying different things. For far too long, cell phones were screens with buttons, and nothing else was ever going to be allowed. And that's all turned on its ear now. And I'm glad to see them trying new things, even if it doesn't come off. It's tremendous technology. And if I end up typing instead of talking to Siri, I still think that'd be a good thing.
All right. Off to the battle of the mega gaming motherships.
Oh, how's it going?
We've got two games. We have Battlefield 3 that came out a couple of weeks ago, and Modern Warfare, 3 is it?
It's what's the official title? It must be Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, that's come out this week.
Spin-off of the Call of Duty series. and that was released a couple of days ago.
Yes.
And so far, the only person in my household who's been anywhere near it is my computer, which has downloaded it quite happily off Steam. And it's been sitting there ever since because I've been away.
Wouldn't you need like the latest kind of PC with all the flash graphics cards and whatnot to be able to run this thing?
Well, no, because basically so you've got Battlefield 3, which is a major upgrade for from Battlefield 2.
Yeah.
You've got a new graphics engine in there. It's a whole new experience, and you do need a gruntier computer. Modern Warfare 3 is a continuation of Modern Warfare 2. It uses the same engine, same graphic controllers, same kind of gameplay. It is, in fact, just another chapter rather than a whole new book.
Sounds like it already sucks then.
Oh, you've backed me into a corner on that one, young man. I mean, it's more of the same rather than a whole new engine. And there is some chattering online about I thought it was all going to be all shiny and all new. But quite frankly, again, it'll sell the socks off because it's Modern Warfare 3, and it's just going to sell trillions of copies.
All right. Well, it sounds like you're firmly in that camp. I'm in the Battlefield camp, and I've been playing that off and on when I can over the last week, and it is really good. It is new. They have really changed it up.
Stuff.
The game does look really nice. I'm playing it on the Xbox 360, so it doesn't look as good as it would on the PC. If anyone's seen the trailers on YouTube, they're normally PC, and they're like, "Wow, that looks really, really realistic." But the gameplay is slightly different in that there's more on offer for you to unlock. When you're talking about weapons and gadgets and things that you can get,
stuff you can do. Now you're playing multiplayer, though, aren't you?
I've played a little bit of the campaign, but I'm playing more multiplayer because that's really what that franchise is about.
That's right. And Battlefield really is aimed at masses of guys running around shooting at each other and doing other stuff, which is, if I still had the reflexes of a 20-year-old, and I do, I keep them in a jar by the side of my bed with my teeth.
There's a place for you. You can play support. You can be the support that hangs back.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? I can be the fat guy that runs around behind everybody.
You can just hand out ammunition.
No, I'll be there in a minute.
Yeah.
I can be the arrow fodder. I can be in the front line, the first guy around the corner to get nailed so that the rest of you can actually do some damage.
That's right.
I'll stick to my robots, thanks.
But that is what is so nice about this game is the ability to pair up with friends and buddies all around the world and then to find out what role that you want to take on the battlefield. And if you want to be the support person that just hands out ammunition to your friends as they're firing at everyone, that's fine because you get a lot of points for that. Or you can hang back and play with your mortar rounds and kill people on the other side of the battlefield. Yeah.
So, I mean, it is. It's good that because really this then leads on outside of the first-person shooter world into other multi-role games. And for me, that's more exciting. I'd rather get into the medieval fantasy stuff or something like that in a multi-role player. Yeah. But I've just discovered my reflexes have just died over the last 10 years, and these days I barely. I was playing one online the other day called Breach, and I barely made it round the corner before I was dead. And then I shot one of my own teammates. And then I set off a bomb and killed everybody, and then I logged off because it was embarrassing. It was like that new kid who turns up at school and brings the ball and says everyone can play, and then tries to make his own rules up and just fails miserably. So I went and sat in the corner. Drank very expensive scotch instead because I'm old now. That's what we do.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
All right.
On my own, with no friends.
Well, let us know how you get on if you jump into Call of Duty. And
look, it's sitting there, it's waiting for me. As I say, my computer can play it, so that's a good thing for me. I don't have to spend thousands of dollars on an upgrade. So hopefully next time I can tell you what it's like.
Good-o. And follow Paul's adventures on Twitter as well, twitter.com/Paul Brislen. Thanks very much, Paul.
Thank you.
It's 28 minutes past.